What if the very stories you tell yourself about your life are the chains keeping you from living it? We live in an age drowning in information, yet starving for meaning. And the gap between knowing and understanding has never felt wider. So, how do we finally start making sense of ourselves, our world, and the noise in between? Stephen Heine is a scholar deeply rooted in the study of meaning making, drawing from psychology, philosophy, and cultural inquiry to challenge how humans construct their inner narratives. Written for a world overwhelmed by contradictory signals and fractured identities, this book arrives as both a diagnosis and a compass. It asks not just what we believe, but why we believe it, and whether those beliefs are truly our own. The first great idea Heine explores is that human beings are not passive receivers of reality. We are relentless architects of it, constantly constructing meaning from ambiguity. Our minds demand coherence so urgently that we will fill gaps with fiction, pattern where there is only noise, and certainty where there is only probability. Recognizing this compulsion is the first crack of light, because only when we see the wall can we choose to look beyond it. Heine then challenges us with a deeper provocation that the narratives we inherit from culture, family, and society quietly colonize our sense of self before we are old enough to question them. We mistake the borrowed story for the authentic one, living inside frameworks we never consciously chose. But awareness, Heine suggests, is not a destination. It is the ongoing practice of asking whose voice is speaking when we think we are speaking for ourselves. The most powerful theme Heine wrestles with is the paradox of uncertainty, that the hunger for absolute meaning is itself the source of our greatest suffering. When we demand that life be perfectly legible, we turn its natural mystery into a threat rather than an invitation. True sense-making, he argues, is not about eliminating uncertainty, but about developing the courage to stand inside it, eyes open, and still choose to act with intention. What this book quietly teaches us is that meaning is not something the world owes us. It is something we participate in creating every single day through the questions we ask and the stories we are brave enough to revise. To start making sense is not to arrive at final answers, but to become more honest about the questions we have been avoiding. That shift from passive recipient to active author of your own understanding may be the most quietly revolutionary act available to any of us. If this exploration of meaning, narrative, and self-awareness resonated with you, I would love to hear, what story about yourself have you recently had the courage to question? Drop it in the comments below, because that conversation is where real sense-making begins. And if you want to keep exploring books that challenge how you think and live, subscribe. There is so much more waiting for you here.